All right, I've been getting this question a lot, and it is, how do I get high-level guests on my show? First of all, before we jump into this, I want to say be careful because it's not going to grow your show per se. Answering your customers' questions and providing super high value and actual results in advance for your customers and for your listeners is going to give you better results. But if you want to get high level guests on for another reason, maybe it's business development, maybe it's connections for collaborations or partnerships, or maybe they're a step in, maybe they know someone you need to get to, whatever it may be. If you want to connect with someone who's high level, they're busy, they are hard to get to, there's a couple things I'm going to share with you that are going to help you in this video. They're going to help you really get to these people faster, easier, more effectively. Okay, so but before we get into that, I just want to make sure you know, like, this is not per se going to grow your show like crazy. And in my book, I actually share with you how to do it, and some other ways that after the interview is over, you can really guilt them and get them to share your podcast episode with them. But we're not going to cover that today. Just how to get them on the show. So number one, and this is the best way to do it. And I have a free training. It's a bonus training with the book that goes through the whole thing. But I'm going to give it to you here. That is going to the events they're at. Nothing beats meeting the person in the flesh, meeting the person, shaking their hands, having a genuine conversation with them. I have networked and met some of the biggest names in podcasting because I went into the rooms they were in. And there's no way a cold email, a DM, a private message, anything can really get through the clutter if you're trying to reach them online. So you've got to pay to play. You've got to get into the rooms they're in. I pay, thousands and thousands of dollars every single year to get into these rooms where these big movers and shakers are at, because once I get in there, I speak to them, that's when the magic happens. That's where the connections happens. That's where the interviews happen. Things that people who are trying to click and try to DM them and bother them through an Instagram post or an Instagram message it's not going to work. So number one fastest way to get there is to get to them in person. Find out where events they're going to, find out what city they're traveling to, find out where they're speaking, get to those events. That's number one. Number two is to get a warm intro. If you look around, you be resourceful, you look at your connections, you probably have 1 or 2 degrees connections you're probably 1 or 2 degrees away from them in terms of like people that they know that can connect you somehow or somewhere. Now, this takes being a bit thick-skinned, this takes asking for some favors, but if it's really that important to you, you'll do it. I've done it before. You craft a specific script and you start to hammer the messages, the text, and get out there and talk to people. Say, hey, can you connect me with this person? I want to get them on the podcast, or can you connect me with so-and-so because I know he or she knows so-and-so, right? So it takes some work, it takes some time. This could take months, even years. So just be prepared for that. That's number two. And then number three is there's 2 ways I'm going to share with you. You can do this. Number one is, first way is to write them a personal letter and send it to them. So this is like a physical letter that you can send them in the mail that they will receive. You gotta do some research. You gotta figure out where their address is at. Ask some people, hey, do you know this person's address? I want to send them a personal letter. I want to thank them for X, Y, and Z. I've done it before. It works. The second thing you can do, and I've done this as well, and it's landed me clients. It's helped me make thousands of dollars online. It has helped me connect with some big time people, and that is sending them a gift, not just like chocolate and roses. I'm talking about a very specific personalized gift that they said, "Ooh, I need that thing. Ooh, I want that. Ooh, I'm missing that." So you've got to really listen and pay attention, read their social media posts, listen to the podcasts they're on, talk to the people who are in their circles, and figure out what they're missing, what they want, and then you just send it with no expectation of receiving anything back. You're just going to send it and say, hey, I heard you on XYZ podcast. Say you needed this. Thought I would send it just in case you didn't get it yet. Thanks for everything you do. That's it. Nothing. No, don't say, hey, I want to get you on my show. None of that crap. You've got to just give without any intentions of receiving anything back. So those are the 3 ways, or 4 ways, I guess you can call it. But those 3 ways or 4 ways I've found really works connecting with high-level people to get them on your podcast. So go out there, try those, share this video with other people if you found it helpful, and be sure to comment below, like below, I hope it helps. Connect with some big-time people now. See you later.